Morning children. In the last classes we have discussed about the nutrition, respiration, transportation. Next we have excretion. I already told you in the nutrition lesson how the all supplying nutrients like glucose, fatty acids and proteins, how we supplied food components, how breaking down, and that food components again synthesized in the respiration. So the blood stream collects that from the large intestine. Those are carbohydrates, that means glucose, fatty acids and amino acids. Those were entered into the bloodstream from the large intestine. Then from that respiration started. In that energy gaining how possible, how the complex packets of energy packets of ATP forms from that bloodstream, which contains all the glucose, glycerol and amino acids with the help of oxygen, how they forms ATP energy packets. So that we have discussed. And next, transportation, how those ATP packets exchanged through cellular level throughout the body, how the transportation taking place we have studied in the circulatory system lesson. Next, how the excretion, here excretion is the term came from Latin word excrenin. Yes, excrenin. So that means ex means out and crenin means shift. Excretion means out shift. So this came from Latin word. Excretion is a term coined for all the biological process involved in metabolic activities and the separation and removal of the waste from our body. Excretion involved separation and removal of waste from the body. Then we have got a clear idea on this. Excretion means removal of waste materials from the body. Actually, where we are getting this wastage? Actually, where we are getting from this? Where we are getting this all from? So we are getting all these waste materials from the metabolic activities. So last lesson also we have discussed about this. In the last lesson also we have discussed about this metabolism. So metabolism is the sum of all chemical reactions taking place in living organisms is called metabolism. Actually the sum of all chemical reactions taking place in living organisms. And here under that we have different types, anabolism and catabolisms. So anabolism means making complex substance from the simpler ones, that is anabolism. Making complex compounds or complex molecules from the simpler compounds. Complex molecules from the simpler compounds, we are making a big one from small. So by combining those, that is called as anabolism. And coming to the catabolism, breaking down of complex molecules into the simpler one. The example for anabolism is here photosynthesis and respiration are the examples for anabolism. Here we are making complex substances like ATP pockets and glucose from the photosynthesis. We have making from simpler molecules to complex substances, simpler substances to complex molecules we are preparing, that is anabolism. So photosynthesis and respiration are the examples for anabolisms. And coming to the catabolism, here the digestion process, that is catabolism. Synthesis are breaking down of carbohydrates, fats and proteins into glucose, fatty acids and amino acids. So those are comes under catabolism. So in these all type of metabolic activities, different substances are useful. At the same time, different products will be released. After completion of the reaction, different products will be released. And while taking place the process, different materials, different substances are used. Those were used at that time. So likewise, we have different substances observed in the case of anabolism and catabolism like metabolic activities. So here for example, photosynthesis, glucose and oxygen are the out products. What are the useful products for this? So that we don't need now. Previously only we have discussed about all those. Here out products. So here we need to observe about out products, because the excretory products are taking out from the outputs only, out products only. So photosynthesis, out products are glucose and oxygen, that we have understood already. And coming to the respiration, ATP packets, carbon dioxide and water. ATP packets, carbon dioxide and water, these are the out products of the respiration. And coming to the digestion, glucose, glycerol, amino acids, these all are released from the digestion. And under this we can get one point here. Just observe, some are useful products from this, again reuseful for the other activities of the body. Some are completely harmful products only, those should be removable from the body. For example, here glucose, it is reusable for the other activities. Oxygen also useful for all the other animals, reusable for that plant also. And coming to the respiration process, in this ATP useful for energy gaining. And carbon dioxide, this is a harmful substance in the body, we need to remove that from that system. Next, water containing, water vapor containing that carbon dioxide, these both should be removable only. Next, digestion process, in that glucose, glycerol, amino acids, which are useful for the useful material for the bloodstream, those are useful, and those were entering, then afterwards those are entering into the bloodstream through large intestine. And stool also there, the waste material from that. So from the large intestine to the anus, those will be removable. So likewise, some are reusable and some are completely removable. So those completely removable products are here excretory products. And if we are unable to remove those, or if harmful products are not removed from our body, then our bloodstream will be damaged, and also our body will also be damaged then afterwards. So like that, these waste materials and harmful materials must be excluded from the body. So that's why we need a system called excretory system, because the waste products include carbon dioxide, water, nitrogenous compounds like ammonia, urea, uric acid, bile pigments. About this also we have discussed in first lesson. And excess salts which were produced in our body. So these all are materials must ensure be removable. And the most poisonous one among all these waste products is ammonia. So these all should be removable. Yes, or else we cannot maintain a proper balance in our body. So our body may be damaged afterwards. That's why we need to remove all this. So for this we need a system called excretory system. So here I think you understand. Some organs present to excrete the waste material from the body. Just think, what are the waste material removable organs in our body present? Yes, we can clearly understand here. I told you, in the digestion, the excretory products, stool, so which is again removable through anus. That means large intestine is one organ of excretory system. Removing wastage removable organ is large intestine. And we know from the lungs, carbon dioxide and water vapor will be removable, waste material removable, and oxygen is useful in the case of ATP packets generation. So these are the waste materials from the lungs. So lungs are also some excretory type of organs. Next, large intestine, we know what is, that is one of the excretory organ. and lungs are also excretory organs. And just observe, other excretory organ is skin. So through that we can get rid of sweat. So skin is also wastage disposal system or wastage disposal organ in our body. Skin, large intestine, and also lungs. Lungs are also wastage disposal organs. Here from the lungs, after respiration process taking place, ATP package generates. Then afterwards, through our nose we can excrete carbon dioxide and water vapor. So lungs are also excretory organs. And next one is liver. So in the first lesson only we have discussed about this greenish vomit, usually called as bilous or liverish. So bile pigments are present in our body. So those excess bile pigments which are generated by eating of rich meals. So over several days, if a person will eat rich meals, then bile pigments will excrete out like green vomit. So liver is also an excretory organ in our body. And also one more thing I want to tell you, that one is through liver, dead red blood cells will be removable. That you are going to study in further classes. So like that, liver is also a excretory organ in our body. So these all we have finished. And while coming to our lesson, excretory system, the main excretory organs we are going to study in this lesson are kidneys. About kidneys, how the excretory system, the main function of the excretory system is wastage removal. So in that, the main thing, the basic one is excretory organ, that is the basic excretory organ, that is kidneys. Through kidneys only the wastage removable. So we have pair of kidneys. So a pair of uterus, urinary bladder and urethra. So about these all we will discuss. And before going to that, in our body, blood stream contains different substances. Urine contains different substances, and the substances both are present in blood and urine also there. So next, substances are present in the above limits and both in the blood and urine, normal limits and the above the limits. So for this, the excess, the waste materials, toxic materials, urea, uric acid, these all toxic materials and excess materials from that body is removable, should be removable. So what do you think reading above normal limit indicates? Means here we have a way to know the substances present in blood and urine. Through blood test and urine test we can identify all those substances from the blood and urine. So here they have given one report like this. Yes, glucose fasting. So how much content needed and how much is there, like that we need to know. So range also they will give. In between this range only, so the normal range, the above this and below this also sometimes. So like that, sodium, potassium, chlorides, urea, creatinine, uric acid, total cholesterol, triglycerides, calcium, phosphorus, bilirubin, total proteins, albumin. So these all are the substances like this we have. The result is this, like this they will get the result. Then the range, normal range is this, like I told you as previous, like that, the normal limits. So this is the normal range which all the substances which gives the range, how much amount of the substance should be present, this range will gives like that. So here next, urine analysis. Yes, 24 hours protein, 24 hours creatinine, 24 hours calcium, 24 hours phosphorus, 24 hours uric acid, like that. How much should be there for mg per day, milligrams for a day. So here range they have given. In this range only it should be normal range. It will be normal range. Excess of this or maybe below this also sometimes. So normal range should be maintainable. So the excess amount should be removable. Electrolytes. For osmosis we have salts or electrolytes. So like the sodium, potassium, these all are the electrolytes for osmolality. And glucose, chlorides, urea, these all are also we need to understand. Like this we have different substances for metabolic activities and products, useful and end products. So like that we have different items. In that some waste products which are harmful to the body must be removable, or else our body will be damaged. So next, excretory system in human being we are going to see in further class. Thank you.